Hey there, friend. Hey, friend. What is poppin'? Hey, coffee. What is happening? What y'all doing? Y'all, it is early. I'm ready to go to bed. It's early and I'm ready to go to bed. What y'all got going on? What is going on? How was y'all day? I'm sitting in the car. Sitting in the car. I'm ready, coffee. I'm ready to say coffee. Y'all must have been in the same somewhere together. I just left off the shop. Y'all must have been in somebody chat together. Where was y'all at? Where was y'all at? Open up this sunroof. 7 people in here. 1 thumbs up. For real. Marissa just ended her live. Marissa was live? Y'all know I don't know. I just left out the shop. And the man just pulled my sign down. So pull the sign that's down over my shop. I'm sitting out there watching him pull the sign down. I didn't even know Marissa was live. I got to go back and catch the replay. What y'all got going on today? Y'all, did y'all watch that video I put up last night? I was in the bed, but when I heard about it, I said, let me go ahead and put it out there real quick. The little girl that got into the lift car, and the man started spraying that stuff and trying to make that baby sleepy. You said me too replay. Yeah, I definitely got to go watch the replay. But I didn't even know sis was live. But yeah, that is dangerous. This man, and Maddie, you know I used to catch a Lyft and an Uber all the time. Coming from your house too, I ain't to work backwards and forward. Nitty gritty. Hey baby. What is popping? Yes. So I just came back from sitting outside watching that man take my sign down. And I said, let me go live before I go in this house and shut it down. I'm sitting outside in the car. But that video I put up last night, if y'all haven't seen it, that broke my heart. She's the same age as my daughter. Oh, God. She got banged up. Yeah, did you go back and watch the whole thing? I mean, did you go pull it up? Yes, it was bad. That's bad. Right, nitty gritty. That's crazy. Y'all, I'm telling you. Can you imagine? And I put myself in that situation because I remember one day I was getting into the Uber and I was on my way to work. And I got in there and I had on some shorts and I had my legs all shiny and stuff. And the Uber driver, you say I watched it on the news. See, coffee? Oh my God. My legs was shiny. And when I got in the Uber car, he turned around. I'm in the back. But he turned around and got to looking at my legs, talking about your legs are beautiful. Wait a minute now. Hold on now. You don't supposed to do that. I was very uncomfortable. I was very uncomfortable. But this man then got the spraying. They say he sprayed it like 4 times. And she said she felt herself sleepy. She felt herself starting to get sleepy. And you know she wasn't sleepy because she was on her way to work. And that baby have got up out of that car. Ain't nobody but God. Them little bumps and bruises, that right there should get over that, honey. But she's still here. But no telling if the devil would have had his way. You hear me? Shawnee, hey. Who is that calling me Miss Wanda? Anaya. Who is that? Somebody know my name. Y'all, I had to pick up the phone. I can't see nothing with no glasses on tonight. Oh man, she could have kept my name there. I'm trying to find out who that is. Oh man, he said, we gotta find out who that is. Anaja. Shanae. I can't see nothing, y'all. Who was that? Oh, that's your granddaughter, Anasha. Hey, baby. She can call me Miss Wanda. Everybody know that. Hey, you done took the granddaughter name. And see why I cluttered my daughter to the front. I'm to and from work. And don't trust nobody with her. Yes, baby. Because it is 16 years old, coffee. Maddie, she can call me Miss Wanda. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Them babies got big, Aunt Maddie. We get old or something because them kids was used to be real little. But yeah, that's so sad. Let's talk. She said I wanted to come and speak. Tell her, hey, baby. Yes, she's 17. Yes, that is terrible though. But what in the world is going on in this world? What kind of spray do they got out here on the market? Because you had to buy it from somewhere. Or you even invented it and you spraying that stuff in the car. And make it. So if he did that once, sorry, I'm lost. What happened? Okay, I'm about to tell you, but one thing about it, if he did that once, he have done it before. He didn't just wake up in the morning and say, I'm gonna spray this in the car. I did a live last night. It probably was no more than 5 minutes, Auntie. But what happened was in Raleigh, North Carolina, you know that's 45 minutes away from where I live at. So this little 16-year-old girl, the article is on my thumbnail that you could pull up the whole story. It's on WRAL News. But the little girl, she was 16 years old when was she going to work? I think she was going to work or getting off, one of them. But she got into the lift car and he started spraying something. He sprayed it like 4 times and she began to get sleepy. And she asked him to let her out the car and he wouldn't let her out the car. So she finally got a way to get out the car. And when she did, she jumped out of the car. You know, she got some bumps and bruises, but she was able to get away. So if he not locked up, I don't even remember if he was locked up or not, Coffee. So if he not locked up, that means he's still out here doing that. But when you get into a Lyft and an Uber, they send you the person name. I don't know if whoever ain't called no Lyft or no Uber before. You get their person name, what kind of car. So you think he just was like faking, when he got hired for Lyft, you think he put in the wrong name or something like that? Because that's crazy for you to try to do something like that to somebody in a Lyft car when they got all your information. So something ain't right about that. Yes, Maddie, it is terrible. 16 years old. But I feel like that he didn't wake up in the morning and say, okay, I'm about to spray this stuff and see what I could do with this little girl. You know, he been doing that and he have probably been getting away with it. But what is he doing with the people? Because if he did it before, somebody gonna know that something was wrong. So you better make sure that he ain't hurt nobody or kill somebody, because you still out there doing it. So something ain't right with this story, with this man or whatever he is. But honey, he need to be up under the jail, because that is just terrible. Ain't nothing safe. Nothing is safe. And that's just that on that. It probably happened many times. Yes, nitty gritty, but with this man, is he changing his identity? I mean, what is happening? Because when you get in a Lyft car, all the information go through. Your information, your credit card, all of that. And then they're going to send you a picture of the driver. And it's going to say your Lyft driver name is, for instance, Tom. And Tom is in a burgundy Nissan Maximum, you know, or something like that. So what is going on with the Lyft company? Because they have to dispatch that car out there. Or do you think that he can tell that she was waiting on a Lyft car and he got a fake sign and she just seen Lyft and thought it was hers or something and just jumped in it? Because sometimes they can switch drivers. I done been in a Lyft car and an Uber and felt uncomfortable several times in there. And my whole time I be in them Lyft cars and I be feeling uncomfortable, I be thinking like, what I'm going to do? Like, how I'm going to do this? You know, if I have to try to get away from them. But I don't like them when you get in their car and they be like, you look so beautiful, or you beautiful, or your legs is beautiful. Don't say that. Just take me to work. Let me get in the damn car and just take me to work. I don't need you to be complimenting me and none of that. That's uncomfortable. But I just thank God that baby got away in the hospital with the neck brace on. She done fractured her neck and everything. But God is good, honey, because she have got away. She got away. Now, that's the sickest thing that I have heard. So they making up some spray or selling some spray, some sleepy spray or some shit to make you go to sleep so they can do whatever they want to do to you. This is just terrible. Coffee said she take her baby to work. Yes, you got to. You can't even trust the boys or the girls. You can't trust the Uber cars. I mean, y'all, we can't trust nothing. We can't trust nothing but God. That's it. That's the only thing that we can trust. Cause it's getting ridiculous out here. Hey, boo. I didn't even know you was live. These ladies up here said you was live and said you had just ended your live. I said I gotta go back and catch the replay. I was at the shop and they was taking down my sign, the sign that was up there. Nitty Gritty said, "Hey, Marissa. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody." But yeah, I'm in a good mood. I have been heavy today. I just been heavy. Marissa said, "Hey, chat. We in here talking about this little 16-year-old girl that have got away from this Lyft driver. It's just bad. It's just bad. And Raleigh right down the street. That's what's so crazy. And matter of fact, that's when my daughter and them at the night, her and the kids, they went to Raleigh. Girl, your spirit fell on me and been cleaning. Child, I'm so tired of cleaning, Marissa. It's been suspended and they are working with law enforcement. Oh, okay. He's been suspended and they's working with the law enforcement. Good. Suspended. He need to be underneath somebody's jail. Cause somebody need to just come out the closet and say that he did it to them too. Maddie said, "Coffee, that's good." Marissa said, "Not me." Coffee said, "Yes, I'm thankful because he got to be off the street. They should have just locked him up. You know, I don't be wishing jail and stuff like that on nobody. But honey, that could have been any one of our children. They will get him soon. Yeah, they gonna have to because he's a sick individual and probably got kids at home. It be the ones that what he do. It probably be the ones that it always be the ones that got kids at home that's doing sick stuff. The man that try to do whatever to the little 16-year-old girl I did on my story last night. Yeah. Marissa missed the story. LTWL. I think she commented on the story yesterday. I think she was in the chat last night. I'm not even sure. But the story about the little girl that got into the Lyft car, Marissa, and the man started spraying something in the car and started trying to make her sleepy. He went open the car door, let her out. But I'm glad she was alert. Like, let me out of this thing. And when she seen that he wasn't gonna let her out, baby jumped up out of there, honey. Honey, I would have been the same way rolling down the highway. I would have rather got hit by a car than for that man to do something to me. And that's how she was feeling. She said I was in and out cleaning. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's what happened, sis. That's exactly what happened. So we definitely got to be mindful of everything, but definitely with the Lyft and Uber driver. So being so he under investigation and they working with law enforcement, that means that he was really using his own name trying to do that. That's sick. He definitely was using his own name in order for them to be able to get him. Cause like, come on now, sir, because when you call an Uber, they send me your information. She said, "Yes, Marissa." Yeah, they show is so many pervs out here. Y'all ain't got no glasses on. Y'all forgive me. But it's a lot. And they be right here in your neighborhoods. They be right here in your neighborhood, but they supposed to be registered. That you supposed to be able to pull it up, and you supposed to be able to see how close they are to you. You supposed to be able to see if they 3 doors down from you or next door to you. You supposed to be able to see that. And when you got young kids, you got to definitely be aware. Shoot, they don't care what you is these days. It like my daughter and my granddaughter was getting followed around Walmart right here in this town. Y'all, that's my god brother. He live across the street from me. He got the lights on, y'all. But yes, we definitely got to be mindful because and watch our surroundings. Yes. Instead of on our phone, looking down at our phone and stuff when we out in public, we definitely can wait till we get in the car or wait till we get home because we don't never know who watching us. We don't never know. I go a lot of places by myself, but I really don't be comfortable You know, like when I walk down the street to that street fair, I'm like, it's policemen's everything out there. I'll be all right. But I do not really like to go like places by myself. Coffee said, I'm ex law enforcement. You can pull up Stats Police website and put in your address and see all sex offenders near you. Yep, you sure can. You can see how many that you can see how many. And honey, I forgot where I was living at, but I pulled it up one time, Coffee baby. They was everywhere. I knew what you was saying. They was everywhere. You hear me? And it's good to know because they have to register. They have to register. Marissa said, Coffee, I do everywhere I live. Oh, do you, Marissa? You'll be surprised. Yep. And evidently he got to be one because you over there trying to put somebody to sleep. So you sick, baby. You sick. Going to turn yourself in if you can't contain yourself. But if he definitely was a sex offender, I don't even think he should have been allowed to have that job. So maybe he wasn't or something. He shouldn't have been able to have that job. But sex offenders, I know they're not supposed to live near schools. They not supposed to even be around children. Sure do. I need to know who I live next to. Exactly, Marissa. Cause you can't trust nothing out here. These people, whoo, child, they be carrying different types of spirits inside of them that you just wouldn't expect them to do. And we'll see somebody that we know that'll do some sick stuff, and we'll be like, I cannot believe they done that, honey. That's the spirit they carrying. It's the spirit they carrying. Shoot, the husband that I was married to, my children's father, they do background checks. He probably never been caught. Period. That's the sick part about it. Coffee. They ain't never been caught. Hey, Feast, baby. Hey, love, here listening while working. Hey, chat. Hey, Feast. Miss Cornice is in the building, y'all. Marissa said, hey, Feast. But yeah, it's just a sick time that we living in, and we just got to continue to stay pray. Hey, Ginger, baby. I didn't get no notifications. Honey, unsubscribe, Ginger, and subscribe right back. Unsubscribe and subscribe right back because you know YouTube be tripping. Coffee said Feast. Maddie said, hey, Feast. And Coffee said Ginger. Yeah, but y'all, my husband that I was married to, my kid's father over 25, almost 30 years ago. When that man robbed that bank, child, I didn't know that man had that in him. He was sweet. He came from. I pray you guys had a great Sunday. We definitely did. I did. I had a great Sunday. I had a humble Sunday, if that makes sense. I have been humble all day. But my kid's father, when he robbed that bank, y'all, this man came from a family where his mama is a preacher, and they traveled from church to church and lived in a church. The church had apartments, and but y'all, I would have never, I'm telling you, I would have never in a million years thought that that man would rob no bank. I know sex offender and robbing a bank. Coffee. I know they two different things, but dang, I would have thought Maddie, Ginger, and Coffee, blessings, queens. Yes, Miss Feast, speaking of everybody. But y'all, I would have never thought that man would rob no bank. I mean, like, dang, what in the world? I mean, he could at least rob a store. He robbed a whole bank. It didn't make sense at all. When I tell you something, God will remove people, honey. He will remove people. You hear me? Our relationship was downhill with everything. I had a great job at that time. Wow. New story to me. It's on my channel. I mean, it's on my channel, Maddie. It's I told the whole story about that. You ain't know that? You know them that man done that. She said me too, Auntie. Ginger said, hey, Coffee, no cream. Yes, that man has robbed the whole bank. Or we can turn into a story time if y'all ain't got it on my channel already. But honey, let me make sure I ain't forget. Coffee said big. Maddie said I thought that was a untrue story. You know I tell an untrue story now because it be sounding good. Everybody be like, you be telling some good stories. I will go check it out. Yes, Feast is up there. It's like 3 books over there. It's them stories is true. On God. Ginger said, hey, Feast. I'm telling y'all, I was home. I'm going to go ahead and tell this thing less than 10 minutes because I know how to sum that thing down. Anyway, I was working and I had a good job. I was making about $800 a week. I just got me a home. My parents had gave me some land when I was 16 years old. So when down here, and I was living in Maryland. Like, why did y'all give me some land in North Carolina when I live in Maryland? I was only 16. I couldn't understand it. So Ginger said, hey, I'm Maddie. I moved down to North Carolina when I got grown. Got me my own home. I got married. My son is 32. My son 32? My son 33. So actually it's been 33 years ago because my son, y'all showing love to each other. So my son was just 1. So it's been like 32 years ago. But this man came in my life, swept me off my feet. My son father was still in Maryland. He went up to Paul doing what he supposed to do, being so we had a child. And I came down here to have the baby. I supposed to went back home. I stayed down here. So anyway, me and this man, I had a good job at the time, and he wasn't working. The man used to be an orderly at the hospital. Like, why is you robbing the bank and you a whole damn orderly at the hospital? Your mama is a preacher. What are you doing? Is it the wrong crowd, sir? I mean, what's the problem? But anyway, I used to see them sitting down having little meetings because I used to cook for everybody. Everybody I used to cook. And I'm like, what is they talking about? Me and my sister, we used to be like, what is they talking about? Because every time we walk up or near them while they outside, they'll stop talking. But anyway, this is the morning that it happened. I'm going to take you all the way there. That everything else is on the story. So, I'm sitting there. No, I'm asleep. I wake up in the morning. My other 2 kids, which is my son and my oldest daughter, he had then took them to school. I'm trying to figure out what that noise was. But he had took my oldest 2 to school. So I had my baby girl, which she is 26. She was a little baby, so I had her. She was getting ready to start walking or whatever. So she was in the bed with me, but I woke up and my oldest 2 kids already, he done took them to school and everything. But it was nobody in the house, but me and my baby girl, we was still laying in the bed. Up here, y'all let me know if y'all can still hear me. I just told him, can y'all still hear me? I just told him everything I needed to tell him about the food. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. Okay. Thank you, Feast. So, me and my daughter, we still in the bed. He done took the oldest kids to school and everything, y'all. So, all of a sudden, I hear them come through the door. I hear everybody hands shaking like this. And I was like, in my mind, I'm saying, how many daggone people is in my living room? I promise to God. I mean, they was just like, and it seemed like it wouldn't stop. It was just going and going. I was like, dang. So I got up and I left my baby on the bed and I started walking down the hallway and I peeped around the corner. Y'all, when I peeped around that daggone corner, why everybody was in there dressed in army fatigues? Girl, I was no more goods. At this point, I didn't know what had happened. So I said, I seen this dude, one of the dudes, he was like, there go your wife. And I said, that's right, that's his, there go his M&F. Yep, y'all know I said it. M&F and wife. I was like, what you do? What did y'all do? Girl, he act like he was on set it off. He was like, I had to do it. I was like, what? Do what? And he was like, he couldn't tell me. So I put everybody out. It was like, let me see how many people. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 5 people. And I asked this man to his face, and I said, why would you do something? I didn't know what it was. I said, why would you do anything? You, out of everybody you hang with, you the only one that has a family. You the only one that got a family. So why would you jeopardize yourself, because you the one who got something to lose? And he was just like, whatever. So I put him out. This the same day, right now, everything happening. I put him out. One of my family members, he was supposed to look out for my family member, but he encouraged my family member to do what he was doing. So, okay, everybody left. I called my sister. I was like, come pick me up. I said, because these people have done did something. Y'all please hit the thumbs up if you haven't. Thank you. But I called my sister. I was like, they did something, but I don't know what it is. But they got all this money, and they is dressed in army fatigue, and they dirty. And she was like, where they at? I said, I done put everybody out. Get out of my house. And so I'm so scared because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they done like rob some people and they coming to kill us. So, well, I went and got my kids out of school, got my baby, got some clothes, and we done went to my sister's house. So I went to stay with my sister. So the store up the street from my sister's house. So y'all, I started walking to the store. I told my sister to watch the baby, and I said I'm about to walk to the store, get me something to drink. You know what I'm saying? Get the kids a little candy, whatever. Y'all, down here we got the little newspapers. It's a little small, little skinny. Probably got about 3-4 pages in our newspaper. So I go in the store. I pass the newspaper. So I came back out, and something say, look at the newspaper box. Y'all, I'm telling you, the newspaper said, now remind you, he didn't tell me what he did. He wouldn't tell me or nothing. At this time, he gone. He done went to New York somewhere. He got a whole wife and kids, and this fool have done robbed the bank that messed up his entire life, and everybody's with it. But, so I stopped and I looked at the newspaper, and the newspaper said, this is what it said. It said 5 suspects been sought at Yes Feast, been sought in bank robbery. Y'all, do y'all know my heart went down past my panties all the way to my feet? It didn't hit the floor. Somebody could have picked my heart up and took it with them. I was weak because I'm not thinking that that's what y'all done did and robbed the whole bank. I'm thinking that y'all done did something stupid to somebody else that's out here. Y'all done went up in the bank, yo. Like, for real, are you retarded? I mean, are you stupid? I could not believe it. I was no good, right, Feast? I would have shit bricks, honey. I did. You hear me? I mean, I was so hurt. I was so hurt because I'm like, this man got a wife. He got kids. Thank God that I had a good job. You know what I'm saying? I had a great, great freaking job, y'all. I had just bought a house. I just bought a new van. And I just, you know what I'm saying? I was doing so good. They wanted to go to, and that's where they went. They just got out. My son, that man did 20 years. My little cousin that he took with him did 26 years. And the reason why he did 26 years because he had some priors. And everybody else did 2 and 3. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This same friend that I would have shot the bricks, they wanted to go to the federal. That's messed up. Yeah. So the same dude that he used to be like, I'm about to go out. I'm about to go out with him. I'm about to go out with him. I'm about to go out with him. This same man went right on in that courthouse and labeled him as the lead to the stuff, the bank or whatever. Labeled him as the one who mapped it out and planned it. So that's what the best friend did. That was his best friend. And I used to be like, you know, y'all got to understand, men, that when you got a woman, she can see things that you can't see. Because I used to say, something ain't right about him. I don't feel like he your friend. He be like, you just saying that because you don't want me to go out. I said, I'm just telling you what I see. You hear me? For one, you married. You ain't got no business out here in the street hanging with nobody single. I said, you got to be careful with him because, And went up in that courthouse and told it. He did 3 years, and them kids' father that I used to be married to, he did 20 years. No, he did 17 years. That man been out probably about 4 years now. And thought he was coming home to me. The blood of Jesus is against it, honey. You hear me? No, sir. I don't know you no more, boy. You might well go right on. Honey, he had found him. Oh, I divorced that man while he was in prison. Now, this is the reason why I divorced him. But everybody that robbed that was in the little thing, everybody out now. But the reason why I divorced him is because this is what happened. Ginger said, I know that's right. I'm going to tell you why I divorced him. I didn't divorce him because he robbed that bank, because he was my husband. I went in front of God. You know what I'm saying? But God wants you to follow thou saved husband. He didn't tell me to go follow that man that didn't rob that bank, you know? So I'm looking at my kids. I'm one of them ones that's a parent that, like, okay, my kids come first. You feel me? I ain't putting it, they come first. So I'm thinking about them. They got to eat. You done went and robbed the bank. You wasn't worried about them eating. So I got to make sure they eat. So I went on with my life quickly, fast. You feel me? So what happened was his mother had called me one day. And she said, this woman, this pastor, this lady was trying to blame me for the reason that her son, her little saved son, then went up in this place and robbed this bank. First of all, mother-in-law, baby, you don't know me. Because if I would have knew that he was going in there to rob that bank, it would have never happened. It would have never happened. Everybody that know my personality know that would have never happened. Me and him would have been fighting all the way to the bank. You hear me? I would have jumped on him, and I would have jumped on everybody. And that's how I was. I would have jumped on everybody that had something to do with it. You hear me? So this is what happened. He tells her, his mother was like, why did you do that? Because she was so embarrassed, because, she was a pastor, whatever. Well, still is a pastor. So why did you do that? He said, I had to do it because my wife, and I needed to make sure my wife and them had this. That's not true. That's not true. Your wife was bringing home back then $900 a week. And then if I stayed 4 hours overtime, it was called military time. That's an extra $400 on that $900 check. I bought a mobile home back then, brand new, and my rent was $250 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. My van payment was only like $200. You lying. So I asked, this is what this lady said to me. And I said, excuse me? I said, your son didn't rob no bank for his family because his family was together. He wanted to be like Tom, Dick, and Harry. I know he lied. Place the blame as the burden. Yes, he did. So your son wanted to be like Tom, Dick, and Harry. And that's what had happened. So I told her the truth. So when I got him on the phone, he called me, and I said, why did you tell your mother? He locked up at this time. I said, why did you tell your mother that you robbed this bank because of your family? He said, I apologize. See, now you're backed up in the corner because now you need this wife. So I'm gonna go ahead and just tell the truth. Baby, I'm sorry. I apologize. I know I shouldn't have said that, but I didn't want my mother to look at me, you know what I'm saying, different. I said, oh, Negro, but you wanted your mother to look at your wife like that? You serious right now? So that's what happened. He wanted, that's bad, y'all. He got his lights all in y'all face. So he wanted his mother to look at him good, but he ain't care about how she felt about me. He ain't care about none of that. He ain't tell her that the wife was making good money. I did this because this is what I wanted to do. So it's always the blame. I used to always catch the blame on everybody. But to God be the glory. You hear me? That things happen like that. And you just got to keep on pushing. You got to be able to get up out of the stuff that you've been through, But before they had took him on to jail, he came back to the house. And I'm going to tell you something. Them people tormented him. I woke up one night, y'all. He had took my van and parked it down the street. You are strong but God. Whew. Ain't nobody but Jesus. You hear me? Coffee. Ain't nobody but Jesus. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Ain't nobody but Jesus, baby. You hear me? Because the devil tried to break me a long time ago. When he had the chance to kill me, he should have did it then, baby, because I'm on fire right now. You hear me? But he tried to come home. Yes, Coffee. And in the midst of them trying, because they didn't have no evidence of actually who it was. They had an idea. So you dealing with the feds when you go into a bank. And you get your time according to the money that you took. So people started getting caught, but he was the last one to get caught. So his best friend went in there and told them everything they needed to know. So I cooked steak. Y'all, my daughter is 26. This was 26 as you should, period, feast. This was 26 years ago. My daughter 26. Well, 25 because she was 1. And I'm going to tell you everything I cooked. I cooked steak. I cooked baked potato. I had shrimp and a salad. The kids done had their bath. They eating. They got school tomorrow and everything. You were here? No, I was down here. I was down here. But I cooked that. That was his last meal, y'all. I cooked the mess out of it too. You hear me? So everybody done ate. We sitting on the couch. I'm about to tell you how they came up there and got him. I know I didn't switch the story around. I should have told them one part, whatever. But y'all, we sitting there eating dinner. My other oldest two, they back there in their rooms. They had they had their own room back there. So, damn, I wanted a piece. If that steak. But honey, he tore that last meal up. That was the best meal he ever had. And the last meal he had at my table. So we sitting there. We got the baby on the couch with us. We watching the movie. We chilling. Everybody that had their bath. Everybody that had their bath. Y'all, I promise to God. I looked at my door and I had a little crack on the bottom of my door where I could see through my window. Y'all, I seen all these people running to my door and the door was getting ready to come down. I said, hold on, I'm coming. Because in my mind, if you about to take this man to jail, I'm going to need my door because he ain't going to be here to fix it. So don't break my door. I'm about to open it. Can y'all see my comment? Yeah, Aunt Maddie, we can see you. You said you were here one time at 7:02 and then 7:03 you said, can y'all see my comment? Fee said yes, auntie. So I see them running up to my door, y'all, a whole bunch of them, and they was kicking it down. Open the door, FBI, FBI. I was like, oh my God, I'm opening the door, because do not break my door. You hear me? So I done jumped up. She said, okay, thanks, Feast. But first of all, the phone kept ringing. Before the police came, let's go back to FBI, because FBI is a whole different thing than the police. So before the FBI came, he be sitting down at the table, and we had a house phone then, and he'd say hello, and they'd say, I promise to God, y'all, that the FBI be like, what you doing? Like they friends. And he'd be like, is what? And they'd be like, what you doing? And he'd hang up the phone. So I'd be like, who is that? He was like, man, that's the FBI. I was like, what they say? He said, they asked him what he was doing. I said, what? So they'd call him again. And that last time they called him, this is what he said. That he was tired of them calling him because they was taunting him. Sis, I would have shit. Right, Feast. So that last time they called him, he was on the phone, y'all. He was like, I promise to God, y'all think I'm playing. I am so serious. That last phone call, he was like, if y'all got something on me, y'all come and get me now. Hey, he was ready to just turn himself in because he was through. It was like a fly. Y'all ever had a fly that just won't go the hell away? It just keeps zzz. Hey, that's how the FBI was. So I woke up one night. He was gone. My van was gone and everything. The dude didn't even say bye or nothing. She said, girl, no, yep. But he ain't say bye or nothing because he already knew I was through with him. I'm going to let you come over here. I'm going to feed you because, you know, these your children or whatever and all of that and this and that. So my brother called me. He was like, yo, where you at? I said, home. He said, yo, your van is parked down the street. I said, why? He said, because your husband said that he had to get out of town. Okay, so you done took my van down the street. My brother done went and got it, brought me my van back. I was not concerned at all, y'all. When I tell you I was to the point where I was so over it, I was over it. Because I was like, yo, he crazy. So I get a phone call like 2 hours later. So I said, hello. The FBI said, how you doing today? I said, fine. And I said, who is this? They identified themselves. They said, we have your husband. I said, you got my husband. They said, yeah, he was at the Greyhound bus station. And we just got him from the bus station. And we have him down to the station. But we're about to bring him home. I said, what the hell kind of FBI? What is going on? But what was happening then, he was under strong surveillance until they got evidence to actually come and get his ass. Y'all know I'm going to cuss tonight because I get to think about stuff. But they taunted him and followed him, caught his butt. Yeah, he didn't steal my van. He didn't say bye. I love y'all. He might have kissed the kids because I was asleep and whatever. But he have then went to the great, and then he had. And how you think he felt when they had to bring him right back, Feast? When they had to bring him right back to me after he ain't tell me he was gone, and then took my daggone van. So okay, that was the night we had the steak and whatever. So about this time, I could see them running through my running to my door, and they started about to kick my door down, and I started hollering, "Oh, don't open my, don't break my door, don't break my door." Just like a dummy, he right. So they was like, I was like, "Don't break my door, I'm coming, I'm coming." So when I opened the door, y'all. When I say, well, damn, you got machine guns. Why we ain't got them little regular little handguns? Why do we got big, long, black machine guns? The feds, they don't play fair. They not like the police. The police gonna come with the little handguns and everything. But these people, the whole book, he felt stupid, right? Exactly. So the police, the FBI got big, giant machine guns. It didn't make sense because I just didn't feel like it made sense. But the thing about the feds, like the military, exactly, sis, write it. Yes, I'm gonna have to write it, baby, because I'm telling you, I know detail. But yeah, they got the guns pointed on us. They got it pointed at me. And I'm hollering. And the reason why I'm hollering, because like 3 of them ran down the hallway where my kids at. I was like, my kids back there, my kids back there. I'm hollering. My kids have then jumped out the bed, y'all, with their hands up. These kids was no more than like 10. You know what I'm saying? 8 or whatever how old they was. And my kids is coming down the hallway. Can y'all imagine? My kids coming down the hallway with their hands up and machine guns on them. And that's what broke me down. I broke in that house. I didn't care nothing about the FBI, nothing like that. Like, bruh, y'all see these as kids. Why would you do that? You understand? Because the reason why they done that is because he went up in the bank with some guns on these people. You hear me? So they felt like they were going to do him the same way that he done did somebody else's family. And that's what happened. You know, but after everything got calmed down, they started talking to my kids, even though my kids still remember it. And they was talking to them, asking about cartoons and school and shit. And my kids sitting there, and my son would not talk to them. My older daughter, my middle daughter, she was crying so hard. My son said, shut up. He did not want her to let them see him cry. He was young too. He told my older daughter, he was like, shut up. Like, don't cry in front of them. You know what I'm saying? But she was just a crying. My baby girl and my son did not cry. But my middle daughter, honey, she was crying hard, but my son did not want them to see her cry. But they took him on up out of there. They took him out of there, and that's when he told his mother that lie that he did that for me. No, baby, because if you'd have did that for me, baby, we would have had a whole bunch of money. Now, if I had an idea that you would have did something like that, you would have never have spent a night in prison. You would have never have spent a night, not one night. Now you married to this woman that looked like a man because she took care of you while you was locked up, and then you don't want her, and you thought you was going to get me back. But y'all, when I went to my kid's grandmother house with my daughter to go pick up something that her grandmother was supposed to give her, this was the first time I seen this man. God is my witness. I was outside talking to his cousin because I wasn't gonna go inside because I didn't know he was there. First time I seen this man in 20 years. He did 17, but it was still 2 years that I ain't seen him. I'm outside talking to his cousin. This man came outside and this man grabbed my hand and he's like, "How you doing?" I said, "Fine." And then I started back talking to his cousin. And he was just standing there stuck. He was stuck. And I'm looking like, why is he still standing here? And he was like, okay. So I didn't feel nothing. Actually, I don't know him. After being away from somebody that many years and you did something stupid like that, you think I'm still gonna be with you? Not nothing. You need to stay with that woman that look like a man and have a good time. But he do not want that woman, but he can never have me. You hear me? He can never have me. But yeah, that is the story. That is the story, but it's over there in stores near y'all. YouTube on Let's Talk with Love page. You go down to the bottom, you're gonna get a whole bunch of stories. Um, my little life stories, y'all. Not today. Yeah, he in there and then calling my daughter talking about your mother, she looks so good, she still look the same. You know what I'm saying? So is he on the DL? Who, child? Don't nobody know, honey. I had a good conversation with him one day because his wife, you know, she had little choice words with my daughter. Baby, if he not, honey, I sure have done said that. I can't tell y'all what I said, but honey, I gave it to his. When I tell you, he should never want to talk to me again. You know what I'm saying? Because my mouth, child, Lord, I thank y'all for deliverance, but my mouth was reckless, and it probably still can get. But my mouth was real reckless. I say anything. You understand? And he did not appreciate what I was saying, but I said some terrible things to him. So I don't know, but his woman looks just like a man to me, and she's older than him and she's obsessed with him where she don't even want him to see his own mama or his children, and his children is grown. Coffee. Yeah, so it is what it is. I don't know, that'll be another story if he is. That'll be a good story if he is, but I be saying that to him. Last time I had a conversation with him, I said that to him. I said that to him because I said that to him. But I said a whole lot of stuff to him. But everybody know that, you know, when I get mad, I say some stuff and it be bad. It be real bad. But yeah, y'all. So y'all have just got the story time today. We did 47 minutes. But we will definitely, I got so many stories in me, honey. You hear me? It's a lot. Ginger over there cracking up laughing. So yeah, y'all. The little bank robber. The little bank robber left his whole family. And when you went inside that bank, you lost your whole entire family, baby. You did. You done it. I hope he catch this. I hope he see this video. She said, "Great story time, sis. Thank you, baby." Yeah, unfortunately, you know, but God is good. You hear me? He is definitely good. It's been a lot. You hear me? But everything in your life that you go through is definitely necessary. At the time, it don't look like it is. It's definitely necessary. God, He moving mysterious ways when He want to remove somebody anyway. Because, you know, some people don't appear to be who they say they are. Because I'm like, my grandmother was loving them. Like, yes, you know, he in a church down the street. You know, he stayed there. You know, his mom's this and we can't be judging these people because they go to church and because they connected to the pastor and stuff. We can't do that. Because my grandmother thought he was a good one, honey. She thought he was a good one, which he probably is a good person. She said, "I agree, Feast. He probably is a good person, but your mind told you to go in that bank. You need to rebuke that." That's the title. Little Hey, Feast, you is so funny to me. She said that's the title. Little bank robber. Little bank robber. Chapter 1. You hear me? Maddie said, Feast, that's a good title. It is, Little Bank Robber. Then came out, got a whole woman looking like a man. Thought he was about to get me. I don't know what was happening in there. There was a lot of years you was in there. You might have got weak a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You got the twerking in the cell. No, baby. Yes, Feast, LTWL. Is good at telling stories. Them churches folks ain't always right. No, they ain't right, girl. I used to tell my son used to be like, yeah, I want me a church girl. Boy, them the ones. Wait. And my son kept saying that, and I kept saying, like, look, let me tell you something. These kids grew up in church because they mothers and them made them go to church. When they get a little older, you know, the little freak come out. Because a lot of church girls is freaks. And I'm just going to keep it real. And I apologize if I offend anybody. But my son's girlfriend went to church. Their mama had a church van and everything. And that little girl right there, I just told y'all that the other day, that little girl right there had a baby by my cousin. Like, come on, I tried to tell him, don't be putting titles on people. Don't be doing that. And he see now. So I don't want no girl to be loud and cussing and all of that stuff right there. I guess he was saying that because I used to do that. So he didn't want nobody like me. And he over there trying to get somebody in the church. Girl, boy, bye. You hear me? God know my heart. Yes. You appreciate. Oh, just you ain't no little freakies, because you know them little church girls, honey. Bible study and stuff. You hear me? What they call it? Boot camp, baby. Not all of them, Judge. We love you. We ain't talking about you. That's what I said. No offense to nobody, because she said she a preacher kid. Honey. She's Coffee said Ginger not at all. Okay. Yes, but yeah, but my grandmother labels him because of his lifestyle, how he was living. You hear me? Hey, Miss Love, good evening, everyone. Yes. My grandmother labeled him because she said, oh, he good. He go to church. Ma is gone. My grandmother passed away and she's gone, so she didn't get a chance to know that that's what he had done. Was my grandmother alive then? No, I don't think my grandmother was here. But she loved him. You hear me? He'd go pick her up, take her to the grocery store and everything. I had to left him and move back to Maryland. And he was down here taking my grandmother to the store. So she was loving that little PK, honey. She was loving. I won't tell. Woo. Yes, honey. If he said blessings, Miss Liv, honey. But yeah, y'all seen Bay pull up probably like 10, 20 minutes ago. So that was my dinner. He had my dinner in his hand. So I'm sitting out here telling stories. He probably in there listening. He probably say, oh, that's what happened. You know, that's what happened to her husband. He done robbed the bank. He already know that. But yeah, y'all, so definitely story time was amazing with you beautiful ladies tonight. Y'all, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm tired. I'm sitting in this car. It's something about a car. I love to sit in a car. I don't know about y'all, but I like to sit in my car. And y'all, I appreciate y'all. I hit the like button. Thank you, baby. I appreciate them likes because that helps YouTube spread you out here in this world. Well, please eat for us. And thanks, Queen. No, thank you, Feast. Have a good night. Y'all have a good night. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself over here with a little story time or whatever. But y'all still be aware when y'all go out to the grocery stores and the stores and stuff like that. Let's not get on our phones till we get in the car, till we know we safe, till our doors is locked. Because we don't know who watching us, y'all. We don't. We really, really, really don't know who watching us. And thank God that little girl is fine. And I hope that me or Coffee can get an update on what's going on. And if y'all have not seen that article, y'all go over there to Let's Talk with Love channel. You guys have a great night. You too, Coffee. Love you, baby. Enjoy, y'all. Stay safe, Queen. Good night. Yes, so just be aware. Because I know when I get in the house, he gonna be like, you out there on the phone and your food cold and you know you all this. Nobody want to hear that. So I'm gonna go in there so I don't gotta hear that. Because I say something smart back. I be like, I was just out there, you know. I don't feel like doing that tonight. I'm tired. But anyway, I got a big day ahead of me. I'm gonna catch the beginning, but everyone have a blessed night. Miss Love, thank you so much, baby. And I'm sorry that you do. Yeah, go back to the beginning because we done had a good time up in here. But I love everybody. Y'all have a good night. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.